What's up, Parkour gym owners? In this video, we're talking about gym member retention. My name is Jimmy Davidson from Motion Mentors. Our company specifically helps Parkour gym owners improve and build their businesses so that you can have more profits, have a better impact on the community you serve, and build wealth for yourself and your team. Okay, retention. Retention is the most important component of your parkour business. And a lot of times, gyms have like an okay retention because parkour is fun and a lot of us operators are legitimately passionate about our sport. So we're doing a lot of what I'm about to say naturally, but there's that last little bit, that last little chunk of retention effort that we're going to go over in just a second. That's actually not intuitive, that most parkour gym owners are not doing. And if you just add this one thing, you can get your gym from level 1, level 2 gym up to level 3 and beyond. And even level 3 gyms often struggle with these things. So let's jump in. So retention, what we're really measuring here is the length of engagement, the LEG of our members. Length of engagement is how long are they members with us before they cancel. We want that length of engagement to be as long as possible. Average parkour gym is around 8 to 12 months. So the average student sticks around for 8 months before they quit. We want to see gyms at least 24 months. So the average student sticks around for 2 years before they quit. Ideally, those kids stick around for so long that they actually become your coaches. And when that happens, they become your best coaches because they're steeped in your culture. They know all the verbiage, they know how things work, and they just love it there. Okay, so it all starts at the moment of the sale. New sale just happened. It has shifted from being a sale opportunity to now we are onboarding a new client. Onboarding is kind of the first word we want to get here. Every client is going to need some level of onboarding. Onboarding can start exactly after the transaction has happened and you say, congratulations, welcome to the gym. What we recommend is you actually hand them a welcome bag. That's a bag filled with gym swag, maybe some stickers, maybe a t-shirt. What's really important is that you get some documentation in there that shows them how the gym works. What's really critical for a gym member to get? They need to know how to register for their next class. If you have like a gym software, like a gym app or something, they need to know how to get that, how to log in. It has to be seamless and effortless for them. You might even right there after the sales call, after the sales pitch and close right there in person, literally get them booked into their next single session or next couple of sessions, like help them on their phone claim their account and do all the things so that they feel like, okay, I know how it works. I'm ready to rock. And then they can go. Bonus points if you teach them about how do holds work, how if they miss a class, how does rollover classes work? You know, those extra things that can kind of pre-solve frustration or pre-solve confusion for gym members can actually go a long way in getting them past that tricky first 3-month window. That first 3-month window is when they are new, when they're not quite sure, like they don't have a favorite coach yet. They don't really know how your gym operates. So that first 3 months is really critical to onboard them, leave them feeling confident so that after they pass that 3-month window, they are much more likely to stick around as members through to the next 6 to 8 months. But if you lose them in that first week, if they're already feeling frustrated, they already don't know like how to participate in their next class, it's not off to a great start for them. Here's how we get actionable. We just did the welcome bag. That's great. Next is we recommend a 1-week welcome call. So this is where we are calling them, making sure they have registered for the next class. And if they've already come, how was it? Seeing if they have any questions at all, answering any of those questions. And if they've been having a great experience so far, you can even take the opportunity to ask for a friend referral. And now you have your hands on the wheel again of getting more leads for your gym. And if they get a friend in the gym to join them, that's huge for them because as you may know, training parkour or training any sport with a friend is way more fun than doing it alone. So it can make their length of engagement and even their friend length of engagement much longer because now they are getting their own little community growing within your business. Okay, the next call I recommend is a 1-month call. Kind of the same thing. We just want to make sure that things have been going well. Any problems that they have, we want to ask so that we can address on the call. Tell them about any upcoming events, such as a camp or a workshop or whatever. Maybe if you've noticed that they haven't been using open gyms or private lessons, whatever extra services you offer, that's an opportunity to upsell them into higher level services, into additional services. Let them know maybe your gym has a competition team so that they get that there's like a future. Make sure that they know how the curriculum works. They're probably still like a level 1 student or like a white belt equivalent, however you talk about it at your gym. Make sure that they know about how your gym's curriculum progresses, how they trigger a level up process, how all that works so that they understand everything about your gym. Okay. So if they're left feeling like they understand, they're part of the culture, they know their next move, and they know that they have access to participating on different levels with you, that does a lot. Okay. The last call that we recommend is like an every 3-month call forever from then on. So these are like check-in calls. You check in on them, you ask how things have been going, any problems, occasionally ask if there's a friend that they would recommend, occasionally pitch them on an upcoming camp or something. As short as, 5-10 minutes, you're just checking in on them, seeing how it's going. Sometimes they do have an issue and you get in there and you solve it. And these can do a lot to keep members active and engaged and buying more than just their normal membership. So that's your average revenue per member from, not just exactly the price of your membership, but even higher than your price of your membership, because now you're asking them to buy private lessons, camps, birthday parties, all sorts of stuff. There's 2 more important components to retention. One is anytime a member has a problem, the speed to which that problem is solved really matters. So if you have a way for clients to get help, like you have a help desk or an email that's dedicated to clients getting help, or they know who to talk to when they show up in the gym, your response time and your ability to solve it quickly does a lot. Okay, so just putting that out there, customer service is real. It's worth the investment. Another thing we like to do is in your gym software, your management software, you could probably run a report to figure out who has a membership and hasn't been in the last week. So they've missed a week, or maybe they've missed 2 weeks. We call these missing members. Your missing members, you should have a process and someone should know exactly what to do. And the process is you're calling them, you're sending them an SMS, you're sending them an email, and you're trying to get them back into the gym. Hey, I noticed you haven't been into the gym in X amount of days. I wanted to help you get booked for your next session so that we can make sure that you're getting the most out of your membership. When clients get those calls, they appreciate it. And sometimes they tell you, hey, I haven't been coming because of this problem. Maybe you solve that problem. Maybe you just say, oh, okay, let me put you on hold until that thing in your life passes, and hold is like a limited duration thing. So they do eventually come back. You're not letting them just be missing forever and then eventually they get frustrated and that they're still paying you and then they come and cancel. At that point, there's no way to win them back. They're like 3 months behind in actually attending your gym. This just doesn't feel good. If they know that you are being proactive and getting them the value that they are paying for, this has your hands on the wheel of them sticking around as members. They are left feeling like you care. They're left feeling seen and heard by you and your team. So resolve your missing members, run that report every week, figure out who hasn't been around and get in contact with them, get them back in the gym. It's very helpful if you have a staff member in charge of this, or maybe you, the owner, or you've split it up amongst a couple staff members. There's a few ways to do it as long as it happens. Then the last thing I wanted to say is just your curriculum's got to be good. Your coaches have to be good. The way that your coaches interact with people has to leave them feeling like they have a sense of community, that it was a warm interaction. They actually like you and they like the people that are coaching them. That's huge. So frankly, when we hire staff, we prioritize their ability to be kind and their ability to be warm and their ability to communicate. We prioritize that over most other things. Even if they have almost no parkour skill, we are experts in training people in parkour. So I'll hire for personality fit and then I'll train you on here's how to do and teach parkour, even if that takes a few months, right? The personality fit is the hard part to get. So we hire and train for that and we cultivate that amongst the culture in our gym. Our managers are keeping an ear out for it. It's like in our written documentation. It's all over the place. Okay, so people have to be kind and warm at the gym. Now the curriculum, The number one thing that I've seen in curriculum that have uh, caused people to cancel pretty early are things that I call gatekeeping moves. So if you have a curriculum and it's necessary on the curriculum to like learn each of the moves before you can level up into the next rank, if there's a move on there that is just disproportionately difficult muscular wise or like skill wise, for example, you have like a wall climb, whole top out in level one, or maybe even in level two, is still inappropriate. When those students get there, there's so many of them that get frustrated because they're not strong enough, they're not tall enough, they just haven't been doing parkour for long enough to get, and then they get stuck on that session, they get stuck on that skill for weeks and weeks and months and months. Well, then they just get frustrated and want to quit. So make sure that your curriculum has no like choke points. There's no gatekeeping move getting people stuck anywhere. And you're constantly examining, well, when are people canceling? Most people are canceling at like the, I don't know, the 18-month mark, or most people are canceling between level 2 and level 3. Well, why is that? That's when you zoom in on that and you figure out, what can I improve? What resources can I give members to alleviate this constraint, alleviate this curriculum causing people to cancel? Okay, so that's a ton of stuff on improving your length of engagement and improving your churn and your retention at the gym. Again, if you solve this, this is where your membership body starts to grow and starts to balloon, and that's really where wealth comes from. You'd have a robust sales and marketing arm, but if your churn is awful, you can get 20 people in the door, but lose 20 people just as easy. And that's how you get stuck.